Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, because this is a fascinating political adda, and if we go on, we can be here all evening. So I want to come now to Madhya Pradesh and take you through the numbers. We need to just step on the pedal a bit so we can go, otherwise we'll be here all evening. So in Madhya Pradesh, the BJP had 28 seats. Apart from Chhindwara, they won 28 out of 29 seats. This time, they're expected to come down to 27. The India Alliance had 1, expected to go up to 2. This is as far as votes are concerned. 58% last time for the BJP, same this time. And the Congress's vote share, 35 last time, expected to be 38 this time. So basically, you're predicting that one other seat could possibly go away from the BJP and one extra seat could get added to the Congress. I want to quickly go across to Rajasthan as well. From Madhya Pradesh, we'll take vote share first. The NDA had 61% vote share, the BJP had 61% vote share, this time 59. The Congress had 34, this time 35. Let's quickly see how that converts into seats. No surprises here. If that's how big your lead is, 59 plays 35 in a bipolar election, it's a clean sweep. So they're holding on, Yashwant Deshmukh, 2 areas where they shouldn't lose. You know, all these complicated, really detailed, finesse, nuance graphics that we have on the election intelligence dashboard, they're not going to be of any use. If this is how one-way the traffic is, then what's the point of all the finessing?
Well, you know, I was just trying to give what Rajdeep was saying. I will just give a term to it. I call it Modi dividend. There is a clear cut, on an average, 15 points Modi dividend as far as the Lok Sabha election is concerned. And the split vote, ironically, you know, I coined that term in 2004 while explaining why Vajpayee's popularity did not translate into votes for the NDA in 2004, because there was a lack of a split vote. And since then, we have seen slowly and steady, the number has been increasing. While Rahul is correct that, you know, in many of the states, it is not very clear cut in that way, because in many states where BJP has been absent, their split vote also to take them across a threshold of 30% wouldn't come. Like, say, for example, Kerala. Kerala Vidhan Sabha election, BJP goes into single digits. In Lok Sabha election, they almost touch 20%.
But you can I just make a point, and Raj, I want you to come in on this. When BJP swept states like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh in 2019, we called it the Balakot bump. That post Balakot, Mr. Modi had taken over the entire space. Now, even without Balakot, the fact is in both these states, the BJP is holding its own, sweeping Rajasthan as per this poll. 27 out of 29 in Madhya Pradesh. In Rajasthan, there was a close contest just a month ago. And yet now, Lok Sabha, it appears it's the BJP all the way. What explains it? So we can even throw Balakot probably out of the equation. Just say there is the Moditwa factor.
You know, if you look at it, and if you ask somebody, even in Delhi or in Madhya Pradesh, who would you really want in the center? I mean, that's the question. And that answer is a very logical answer that voters would give. I would gather in Madhya Pradesh as well, who is the Congress projecting for them to vote for?
Even as Prime Minister?
As Prime Minister. Whereas you have Modi, and he has performed well. The state has rewarded him well. And I think here, if you look at it, just to make a larger point, there has to be a saffron wash, what I call a saffron wash, in about 6-7 states for the BJP to get to its 303 or 370. Madhya Pradesh is one of those states. It lost 1 seat last time. And there's a whole cluster of states where their vote percentage is 50% or more. I think, let's take the seats, 223 seats or so, where their margin is so big, over 5 lakhs or something, that they will win. Madhya Pradesh is one of those states that's there. So there are 2 points I'd like to make. One is what you were saying earlier, that the Modi factor will work very, very strongly to dispel any state kind of resistance that is building or any Congress support that could move towards Rahul or anything that's there. And 2, these are the kind of states where when we have 50%, opposition has no chance.
Sure, but you know, Amitabh Tiwari, this comes back to the point which many people have been making, that the real battle for the opposition was to try and take on the BJP, where there's a direct BJP-Congress fight. 186 seats last time where there was a fight, the Congress won just 12. If these numbers are to be replicated, it once again shows where the Congress is the main opposition, i.e. Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, the BJP is the front runner, and you're seeing the Prime Minister in all his recent speeches not focusing on regional parties, targeting the Congress, the Kamzor Kadi, as the BJP sees it.
Yes, so one of the main reasons why BJP is again sweeping both these states is because it is facing Congress as the opposition, number 1. Number 2, the India Alliance partners do not have a single vote in these 2 states. So there is no advantage to Congress of any India bloc formation because it does not get the reciprocity. And number three is that, as you said, the Modi factor, let's say. So 33% people, or rather 37% people, voted on the name of the PM face. So if you don't have a PM face, you are excluding 37% of the voters from the target
Where will these
segment.
numbers leave the Congress party? They've lost Madhya Pradesh, they've lost Rajasthan Assembly election, they've lost Chhattisgarh. Now you've got a possible sweep as per this Mood of the Nation poll. Will it only further demoralize the Congress in the heartland?
Rajiv, actually that's the real trouble with the Congress party, because Congress is strategist, and that includes Mr. Yogendra Yadav, a new addition in team Rahul Gandhi. And I heard, once he told you also in an interview, he seems to think that the, Congress will get 7, 8, 9 seats in Rajasthan, 5, 6 seats in Madhya Pradesh and in Chhattisgarh. So there is, he's converting that vote percentage, that 40% plus vote percentage
of the
Vidhan Sabha into Lok Sabha. And that is where I think there is a tactical error, but Rahul Gandhi is buying that. And India Alliance is buying that.
You
so
know, Salman shows this is the real problem in a way for the Congress party to revive itself. These are the states where you needed to focus upon in the last 6 months. You've lost assembly and now you could be wiped out in Lok Sabha.
Rajdeep, you are thinking that the only people who are fighting this election are basically Khargeji and Rahul Gandhi. We have leaders in our states. They're fighting elections. They're getting ready. So what will become evident later on is, in your own poll, we're seeing, say, for example, a bump of 3 percentage points for India Alliance, which is Congress in Madhya Pradesh, for example. What that tells me is that there is a solid base for the Congress party to build on. And from now until the elections, anything is possible. So, yes, the perception that is being built is that the Modi ji has won, everything is done. And by the way, yes, exactly, the PDA. Let me get to the PDA that my friend Shahzad talked about. The PDA is, what is it? It is propaganda. There is nobody who does propaganda more than Narendra Modi and the BJP. What does D stand for? D is destruction of relationships between brothers, Hindus, Muslims in this country. And what is A? A stands for arrogance of party, of money, of control of media. By the way, in the Hindi belt that we are talking about, how many newspapers carry any news from the Congress party? You know it and I know it. Hindi newspapers do not carry news of the Congress party. Meanwhile, not just regular news of the Prime Minister. Anytime the Prime Minister says something, he's plastered on television all the time. No wonder people think there is nobody but Narendra Modi, because that is what the media has been projecting. And by the way,
I will slightly beg to differ. I read the Dainik Bhaskar every morning, and the Dainik Bhaskar is one of the fine papers of the country that does give a lot of news, including news critical of the state governments in those states. So I don't think that's the reason.
So I have a few minutes left.
Okay, it's the biggest newspaper across these states, but go ahead.